So in this month's newsletter, we spend a lot of time on the hip and the anatomy of the hip and trying to make sure we maintain good mobility of the hip. I'm at Royal Ontario Golf Course and we'll go through a quick little golf tip that we can use just to describe how important it is to have good mobility in our hip. So we talk a lot about deadlifting and the idea that we should be able to create this hip hinge with a neutral spine. And obviously that becomes very important if I'm going to address a golf ball, because if I bend from my spine to get down to the golf ball, I'm actually going to have less rotation of my shoulders. So you're going to hit the ball shorter. Plus we know that if I've got that rounded back, it puts more pressure on my back, which is going to ultimately create back pain. The other thing is, as I come back into my backswing, I have to be able to rotate around our hip. So it's one of the reasons why we do glute stretches, is to maintain that rotational mobility of the hip, so I can get rotating around my hip in the backswing, but more importantly, that I can actually rotate around my hip in the through swing. So that's what's going to allow you to get a good balanced finish and hit the ball straighter. So again, to get a good on-plane consistent golf swing and not have back pain, we have to have great hip flexion mobility to address the ball straight, and then great rotational hip mobility so that we don't sway or reverse pivot, but we can actually rotate around our hip and get into a good balanced finish.